festival is inspired by the fact that it's really important to create a meeting place, a forum for very often opposing worlds, and try to find out what is the new high quality music that can actually bridge the worlds of composition with classical instrument and the worlds of electronic music.
This is the second installation of Moving Sounds. It's during Labor Day weekend. The Argento Chamber Ensemble will perform world premieres by Georg Friedrich Haas and Edmund Campion. Due East, which is a duet for percussion and flute, will perform world premieres by Brian Kane and Bernhard Long.
The drum part is for me the engine of the piece, a reference to beat-orientated music, jazz music, to rock music. Most of the drum sounds are well known, but if you generate new contexts and you embed this in the context of refined looping, the whole approach towards the percussion or the drum sound changes. The drums have become like a toy set. It's a miniature band of sorts. You can explore new contexts with existing repertoires of signs.
And the Jack Quartet will perform Georg Friedrich Haas's string quartet that's performed entirely in the dark and entirely from memory.
I like to compose for darkness. It's a very interesting phenomenon. The challenge to write music which is possible to be done by heart, and it's possible to be performed without optical signs. What you listen to is a process of communicating between four individuals, which only are able to communicate with musical pitches. And therefore I ask them to not to sit together. If a string quartet is sitting together, of course they communicate by breathing, by movements, you listen to these movements, but therefore they have to sit in far distances to the audience. And this piece, it is a risk. Because normally when I write freely organized music, I control the form. But in this piece I cannot control the form. And it depends on the musicians.
Right.
And to be honest, I have heard terrible performances of this piece, but also I heard fantastic performances, and this is a surprise. Yeah.
We're also very excited to be bringing over two performers from Austria to Le Poisson Rouge on September 4th for the Saturday night concert. One is Christian Fennis, who hardly needs any introduction in the world of electronic music, but performs quite a bit now as an electric guitarist.
The solo albums are, at least to me, always such a statement. It's a big thing for me. Making an album is always a year of suffering, you know. I learned a lot about recording acoustic instruments on this record, because before I was so much more in the digital domain only, and with this one I really came back to much more analog sound. There was a time when I was so frustrated with the guitar that I abandoned it, and I only played with a laptop live. But after a couple of years I realized it's so, I don't know, there's no flesh, and at the same time I missed something, and since that I use the guitar live again, and I'm really happy to be a guitarist again, but I'm a guitarist using computers at the same time. You know.
And the second is Soap and Skin, who's known for her emotional intensity on stage and usually performs with her band. In the context of Moving Sound, she'll be playing the piano and singing a solo act.
We offer a forum for reflection. The environment, the whole market, the whole creative process of musicians, this is all undergoing severe transformation, and I think it's important for the future creators of music to be able to talk to each other about this and how to find strategies to turn things to the best benefit of creators of music, but secondly to the listeners, but thirdly in the favor of new quality music.